everybody. It's lovely to be back. I'm here to do our second story time video for you all. But today I've got a little friend with me. Someone who's going to help me tell my story. Would you like to meet him? Okay, let's call him then, and hopefully he'll come because he's out in the garden at the moment. Let's call him. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't tell you his name. His name is Sid. You need to know that to call him, don't you? So let's start again. So we're on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Sid! No, I can't hear him coming. Let's try a bit louder. 1, 2, 3. Sid! Oh, he's here. Oh, he's a bit shy. Sid, come on, Sid. Sid, come on. Come on, Sid. Come on. There we go. Here's. It's okay. Nothing to be scared of. Yes, there are a lot of children there, aren't there? I know. It's very exciting. And yes, I'm sure they do like you. You do like Sid, don't you? Yes, I'm sure you do. They do. Yes, absolutely. Are you ready to help me with the story now then, Sid? Yeah. Oh, that's nice, Sid. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, yes. Okay, right, let's start the story because Sid knows quite a lot about this story, don't you? Because you are a bit like some of the people in the story, aren't you? That's right, because you live up a mountainside, don't you, like the shepherds in our story did, and their sheep. That's right, and you live in the fields, don't you, Sid? Yes, that's right, but you haven't seen any angels, have you? No, and that's what's special about this story. There were these shepherds who look after the sheep. Now, Sid lives in the fields, and he lives on a farm, and he's looked after by the farmer. But in those days, the sheep used to have their very own shepherds to look after them. And the shepherds were all up in the hills with them all the time. That's right. That's right. They used to look after them all the time and defend them from wolves and other wild animals. We don't have wild animals like that in our country, but they did have them in those days. And so they used to defend them against them. That's right, in case the sheep were scared. Oh, yes, it would be very scary, wouldn't it, having a wolf? Yes, that's right. I know. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Right, now, they were sat round a fire and they were enjoying a bit of a chat. The shepherds and the sheep were all around having some grass. And suddenly, and it was night time, suddenly in the sky there was a very, very bright light. Yes, and they looked up into the sky and they opened their mouths wide. Oh, Sid's doing the acting for us. Very good. Yes, lovely. Right, and they saw an angel. It was the angel Gabriel. And the angel came down to speak to the shepherds. Well, they were really, really scared. They were really, really scared. But they stood there and they watched. And the angel told them that Jesus, the Son of God, had been born in Bethlehem and that he was going to be a king and that they were to go and they were to see him and they would find him not in a palace but in a stable with the animals lying in a manger. I know. Very exciting, isn't it? Yes, very exciting. And so the angel then was joined by lots of other angels who sang in the sky and were so excited about the fact that Jesus had been born. And then the angels went away and the shepherds hurried. They hurried to Bethlehem. Can you do some hurrying? Can you show us how they hurried? Yes, right. He's going to show us how they hurried. They hurried and 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 they hurried. And I think you're quite tired now, aren't you? Yes, but not very tired. He never doesn't get very tired that often because he's only a lamb, aren't you? Yes, you are. When they got to the stable, Mary and Joseph were sitting there with the baby Jesus. And the other animals were all clustered around looking into the manger to see what the new baby was. And the shepherds came in and they brought some lambs with them to give to Mary and Joseph. And they gave them some lambs and they knelt down and they worshipped baby Jesus. And it was just as the angel had said. And the shepherds were very excited. Yes, I know you're very excited. Sid's very excited. Do you know why he's very excited? Yeah, that's right, because he's excited about Christmas and he's excited about his presents. He says he hopes the farmer's going to give him some really lovely sweet hay to eat because he likes that very much. Yeah, can you show the children how excited you are? Well, all right then, just for a second. This is how Sid shows his excitement. He jumps. Oh, he started. Oh, yeah, he's jumping. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, are you calm down now? Oh, no, he's not calm. Oh, calm, calm down, calm down. You know what, though? The shepherds were just as excited. They were so excited to tell everybody that Jesus had been born, that they went out into the town and they told them all what they'd seen and what they'd heard. And they were so thrilled and they didn't stop telling people. Wow, isn't that amazing? Well, Sid is quite tired now, aren't you? Yeah, he's quite tired. And he wants, oh, I know, you want a little bit of a sleep, don't you? That's right. Well, I'm going to put him to bed now and let him have his little nap. And then I'll be back and we're going to do a little bit of craft with you all. So I'll say bye-bye for the moment and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Say bye-bye, Sid. Bye. Bye. Hello again. I put Sid to bed and he's snoring away upstairs now, so that should be fine. Because we're now going to be making our craft, and he couldn't really help with that because his little hooves won't really, his little legs won't really do the job. But I'm sure you're going to be able to do this. And we're going to make a sheep a little bit like Sid. Can you see? He's got a black face though, instead of a white face. He's got a black face, he's got black legs, and he's got lots and lots of fluff on him. Isn't he good? So I'm going to be making him, and to make this sheep, all you need are the following things. You're going to need some glue that's safe for you to use. So this is the sort of glue that's safe for you to use. This white glue, you probably have that at nursery or in school. It looks sort of like that. So that sort of glue is usually fine. Or if you were the grown-up, then you could use a stronger glue, but only if the grown-up is helping you. And then we're going to use a couple of pipe cleaners. It doesn't really matter about the colour of this one. It could be any colour really, because it's going to be mostly hidden. But I've used white so that you definitely can't see it when the wool is on, because that's going to go in the middle. And then I've got a black pipe cleaner, or you could use a dark brown one or a grey one perhaps, something that could be a sheep's legs, or maybe another white one. And I'm going to cut that one, and again use scissors that are suitable for you. I've got some quite big scissors, but they're not really suitable, but you use some that are okay for you, and maybe get a grown-up to help you with that bit, because that's quite tough, that part, so you might need a helper for that part. So you've got two pieces that look like that and one piece that looks like that. Okay, I've also got a small quantity of black felt, but you could use black card or black paper. You could even colour the paper or the card first and then use that, because that would work just as well. And then I've got a couple of googly eyes. I've got two of those. Again, you could make eyes out of paper, little white paper circles, and just colour black in the middle. You don't have to have googly eyes, you don't have to have felt. And then lastly, I've got, this is actually the stuffing for a cushion or something like that. I have some old cushions which I've taken apart and used the stuffing for my craft. But just as easily, you could use cotton wool. So if you've got cotton wool, you could use that instead. So either one is fine. Right, so we're going to start. Going to start to make our sheep, just to remind you what he looks like. And we start with the white pipe cleaner, and we're going to make the white pipe cleaner into a circle, or a sort of ovally circle, an oval really, shape. So it's like an elongated circle, a stretched out circle. And we're going to twist the ends round so that it is secure. Again, you might need someone to help you with the pipe cleanery bits. But that's okay, I'm sure there'll be someone who can do that. So it looks a bit like that, like a sort of slightly squashed circle. Okay, and then I'm going to take the black pipe cleaner and I'm going to place it so it's sort of like in the middle, and then I'm just going to wrap it round like this, and we're going to make some legs. So it should look something. We might have wrapped that one around too many times. So sort it out. There we go. Right, so it looks something like that. And then exactly the same on the back. Okay, so we have 2 more legs, like that. So it's already beginning to look a little bit like a sheep, and if I put it down there, it will stand up, so that's good. Okay, so I've got my pipe cleaner, my white pipe cleaner circle, and my legs on already. And then I'm going to get some of this, and I'm just going to start by stuffing a bit in the middle, like that. But we've not finished. That's going to be our sort of starter piece, if you like. And then with my glue, you won't be able to see this part, but with my glue, I'm actually going to start dotting some glue onto the fur that's already there, maybe a bit of the pipe cleaner as well. And then I'm going to start sticking extra bits on like this, so that you cover up all the pipe cleaner. And I would sort of go round the pipe cleaner part, the white part, not the black part, the body bit, with some glue. And it might take a bit of time, and you might have to wait if it's a PVA type of glue. I'm using another sort just to keep me, just to do it quickly. But if you've got time to sit there and hold it, you can easily use the other sort of glue. You should be able to, no trouble. Okay, right, so I'm just going to finish that off, because you need to get on, because we can't be here all day, or else you'll be sat there watching me all day just fiddling about with bits of glue, and that's not much fun, is it? So I think we'll say that's fine. Just stop it sticking to me, because it's sticking to me like mad at the moment. So we've got our sheep, and he's not the best shape at the moment, so I'm just sort of sorting him out a little bit. Okay, and sort of shape him a little bit. So you've got your sheep shape. Okay, and straighten his legs out so that his legs will stand up properly. Then we put that to one side, and we get our piece of black felt. And you'll see that the black felt, or if you're using card, it's just the same. If it's a square, it will have a corner. Corner here. There we go. See? And we're just going to cut across the middle from corner to corner of the felt. So can you see? Corner to corner. We're going to cut diagonally across there in a straight line. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, and there's our triangle for his head and his ears. These are like his ears here. And now I'm going to get my googly eyes. Now they're self-adhesive, they stick themselves, but you could use glue if you're using paper. And I'm going to stick them onto the head shape. Let me find it. Find that. Problem with self-adhesive is you can't always find the edge. Doesn't want to come. There we go. I've done it. I've persevered. I've done it. Tried hard to keep going. Right, there's his face, you see? And I'm going to stick his face right onto the front of my sheep. And I've taken a bit of the glue started again. So I'm going to put my glue. I'll be using this one if it was you. And I'm going to glue all over, put some glue on, all over the face like this, so you can see. See? Put glue all over the back like that. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to stick on the head, right on the front of the sheep. There we go, like that. You see? Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to tidy him up a little bit. And you might not want to spend a bit of time just gluing him a lot better than I've done it, because I would sort of put some bit more glue on and scrunch him up a bit more to make him look a bit tidier. But there, basically, your finished sheep. There's the one that I did when I did have a bit more time. There you go. He's got a slightly smaller head, but that's okay. Doesn't matter about the size of the head. Everybody's different, aren't they? We've all got different shapes and sizes, and this one's got a bigger head than the other one. That's not a problem. Right, so here you go. There he is. Bah, meh, meh, meh. They're very excited, a bit like Sid was earlier, weren't they? Do you think they can jump as well? Shall we see? See if they can jump. Doing, 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 doing. Why were they excited? Do you remember? Yeah, Sid was excited because it was Christmas soon, wasn't he? But the shepherds and the sheep in our story were excited because Jesus had been born. And perhaps sometimes we need to get a bit more excited about that because it's a very special thing. So let's try and remember that at Christmas time, that why we're celebrating and why we get the presents is because Jesus has been born and it's his birthday. Right, I'm going to just close now with a quick prayer and then we're going to stop. Let's put our hands together and close our eyes. Dear God, thank you that all sorts of people got to hear about your birth when you were born, and that all sorts of people came to see you, from shepherds and to kings. Everybody was welcome. We thank you, Lord God, for that. Amen. Well, next week, I just mentioned there the kings, or the wise men as we call them often, who were in the Bible and who did go to see the baby Jesus. I'm going to tell you a little bit about their story next week. So hopefully you can join me then when I tell you all about that. All right, I'll see you soon and have a good time and a good week. Bye.